I am absolutely thrilled to share with you the 10 best paint colors for studio apartments because this is by far the most comprehensive guide I've ever created, and I'm going to reveal the exact color formulas that interior designers charge thousands of dollars to recommend. Plus, I'll show you the three biggest mistakes that are making your studio apartment feel cramped and dark, even if you think you're choosing the right colors. Here's the challenge we're facing together. You have maybe 300 to 600 square feet of space, but you need to create distinct areas for sleeping, working, cooking, and relaxing while making everything feel spacious, bright, and cohesive. And here's the kicker. You probably can't knock down walls or do major renovations, so paint is literally your most powerful tool to transform this space. Here's how we're going to solve this impossible puzzle. I'm going to walk you through 10 scientifically proven paint colors that will make your studio apartment feel twice as large, and I'll show you the exact placement strategy for each color. But first, let me reveal the three deadly mistakes that are sabotaging your space right now. Mistake number one is using dark colors because you think they're cozy. I get it, that deep navy or charcoal gray looks sophisticated in the paint store, but in a studio apartment, dark colors absorb light and make your walls feel like they're closing in on you. I learned this the hard way when I painted my first studio apartment in what I thought was an elegant deep green, and within a week I felt like I was living in a cave. Mistake number two is painting everything the same color because you think it creates flow. This actually does the opposite in a studio apartment because without visual breaks, your eye has nowhere to rest and the space feels flat and monotonous. You need strategic color placement to create the illusion of separate rooms. Mistake number three is choosing colors based on trends instead of light direction. That gorgeous millennial pink might look amazing on Instagram, but if your studio faces north and gets cool light, pink undertones will make your space feel cold and uninviting. Now let me show you the solution that's going to change everything. These 10 paint colors are specifically chosen for studio apartments, and I'm going to tell you exactly where to use each one and why it works. Paint color number one is Cloud White by Benjamin Moore, color code OC130. This is not your basic contractor white, and here's why it's perfect for studio apartments. Cloud White has subtle warm undertones that prevent it from feeling stark or clinical, but it's still light enough to reflect maximum light throughout your space. Here's where the magic happens. Use Cloud White on your main living area walls, and it will create the perfect backdrop that makes your furniture pop while keeping the space feeling open and airy. But here's the challenge I discovered when I first recommended this color. Some people painted their entire studio in Cloud White and complained it felt boring and hospital-like. Here's what I learned. You need to use Cloud White strategically on 3 walls maximum, never all 4 walls of your entire studio. Paint color number 2 is going to surprise you, and it's Hale Navy by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW6244. I know I just told you dark colors are a mistake, but here's the exception that proves the rule. When you use Hale Navy on one accent wall, specifically the wall behind your bed, it creates depth and makes that wall appear to recede, which actually makes your studio feel larger. The key is choosing the right wall. Never use Hale Navy on a wall that faces your main seating area because it will make the space feel smaller. Instead, use it on the wall that's perpendicular to your main living space and watch how it creates the illusion of a separate bedroom area. Paint color number 3 is Agreeable Beige by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW7036. This is my secret weapon for studio apartments that don't get a lot of natural light. Agreeable Beige has warm undertones that compensate for lack of sunlight, and it's neutral enough to work with any furniture style you already own. Here's where most people mess this up. They think beige is boring, but Agreeable Beige is actually a complex color that changes throughout the day. In morning light, it looks almost white, but in evening light, it becomes warm and cozy. Use this color in your kitchen area or on walls that get indirect light. Paint color number 4 is Sea Salt by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW6204. This is technically a green-gray, but it reads as a soft spa-like blue in most lighting conditions. Sea salt is perfect for creating a calming atmosphere in your studio apartment, and here's the psychological trick it plays on your brain. Cool colors like sea salt make walls appear to recede, which creates the illusion of more space. The challenge with sea salt is that it can look completely different depending on your lighting. In north-facing studios, it might look too gray and cold. In south-facing studios with lots of warm light, it becomes more green. Test this color in different areas of your studio before committing to a full wall. Paint color number 5 is Pure White by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW7005. This is the crispest, cleanest white you can use, and it's perfect for your ceiling and trim work. Here's why this matters more than you think. When you paint your ceiling in pure white, it reflects light back down into your space, making your studio feel taller and brighter. But here's the mistake I see constantly. People use pure white on their walls thinking it will make their space feel bigger, but pure white on walls can feel harsh and cold. Save pure white for ceilings, trim, and built-in storage units where you want that crisp architectural look. Paint color number 6 is going to revolutionize how you think about studio apartment color, and it's Iron Ore by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW7069. This is a sophisticated charcoal that's almost black, and I know this sounds crazy for a small space, but hear me out. When you use iron ore on your kitchen cabinets or a built-in bookshelf, it creates dramatic contrast that actually makes your walls appear brighter and your space feel more dynamic. The secret is using iron ore sparingly and strategically. Never use it on large wall surfaces, but on smaller elements like cabinet doors. It creates depth and sophistication that makes your studio apartment feel like a high-end loft. Paint color number 7 is Agreeable Gray by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW7029. This is the most popular paint color in America right now, and there's a good reason why. Agreeable Gray is a warm gray that works in any lighting condition and with any decor style. In studio apartments, it's perfect for creating a cohesive backdrop that doesn't compete with your furniture or artwork. Here's the professional trick I use with Agreeable Gray. Paint your main living area walls in Agreeable Gray, and it will make colorful furniture and artwork pop while maintaining a sophisticated, pulled-together look. The warm undertones prevent it from feeling cold or institutional. Paint color number 8 is going to solve your biggest studio apartment problem, and it's Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW7008. Alabaster is an off-white with subtle warm undertones that's perfect for small spaces because it reflects light without feeling stark. This color is ideal for your bathroom area or any space that needs to feel clean and bright, but not clinical. The challenge with Alabaster is that it can look different next to other colors. Next to pure white trim, Alabaster looks creamy and warm. Next to beige, it looks almost gray. Test Alabaster next to your existing fixtures and furniture to make sure it creates the mood you want. Paint color number 9 is my personal favorite for studio apartments, and it's Rainwashed by Sherwin-Williams, color code SW62111. This is a soft blue-green that's incredibly calming and makes any space feel larger because cool colors recede visually. Rainwashed is perfect for your sleeping area because it promotes relaxation and creates a spa-like atmosphere. Here's what makes Rainwashed special for studio apartments. It's light enough to keep your space feeling open, but it has enough color to create visual interest and prevent your studio from feeling boring. Use Rainwashed on the wall behind your bed or in your bathroom to create a serene retreat within your small space. Paint color number 10 is going to tie everything together, and it's Natural Linen by Benjamin Moore, color code 966. This is a sophisticated neutral that's warmer than gray but cooler than beige, making it the perfect bridge color for studio apartments. Natural linen works beautifully as an accent wall color or for painting furniture pieces that you want to blend seamlessly with your walls. The genius of natural linen is its versatility. It looks elegant next to both warm and cool colors, so you can change your decor and accessories without repainting. Use natural linen on one accent wall to create subtle definition between your living and sleeping areas. Now here's where most people make their biggest mistake, and it's not choosing the wrong colors. It's not having a strategic plan for where to use each color. Let me give you the exact formula that interior designers use to create the illusion of separate rooms in a studio apartment. Start with your lightest color, which should be cloud white or alabaster, on the walls that get the most natural light. This maximizes the light reflection throughout your space. Next, choose one accent wall for a slightly darker color like Agreeable Gray or Natural Linen. This accent wall should be perpendicular to your main seating area, not facing it directly. For your sleeping area, use a calming color like Rainwashed or Sea Salt, but only on the wall behind your bed. This creates a visual separation between your sleeping and living areas without making the space feel chopped up. Paint your ceiling in pure white to maximize height, and use iron ore sparingly on built-in elements or furniture to create sophisticated contrast. Here's the advanced technique that will make your studio apartment look professionally designed. Create a color flow by using different intensities of the same color family. For example, use cloud white on your main walls, natural linen on one accent wall, and accessible beige on your kitchen cabinets. This creates subtle variation while maintaining cohesion. The lighting challenge is real, and here's how to solve it. If your studio faces north and gets cool light, stick with warm undertones like accessible beige and natural linen. If your studio faces south and gets warm light, you can handle cooler colors like sea salt and rainwashed. East and west-facing studios change throughout the day, so choose adaptable colors like agreeable gray that look good in both warm and cool light. Here's the mistake that will ruin everything, and I see it constantly. People choose their paint colors based on tiny paint chips under fluorescent store lighting. Those little chips lie to you because they don't show you how the color will look in your actual space with your actual lighting. Always buy sample sizes and paint large swatches on your walls. Live with those swatches for at least 3 days and observe how they look in morning light, afternoon light, and evening light. The furniture coordination secret that nobody talks about is this. Your paint colors should complement your largest furniture pieces, not compete with them. If you have a dark sofa, use lighter wall colors to create contrast. If your furniture is light or neutral, you can be bolder with your wall colors. The goal is balance, not matching. Here's the psychological aspect that changes everything. Colors affect your mood and energy levels, which is crucial in a small space where you spend most of your time. Cool colors like sea salt and rainwashed are calming and perfect for sleeping areas. Warm colors like accessible beige and natural linen are energizing and perfect for living and working areas. Use this to your advantage when planning your color placement. The maintenance reality that nobody mentions is this. Lighter colors show dirt and scuffs more easily, but they're easier to touch up. Darker colors hide imperfections better, but are harder to match when you need to do touch-ups. In a studio apartment where you're constantly moving furniture and living in close quarters, choose colors that are forgiving and easy to maintain. Here's the budget-friendly approach that maximizes impact. You don't need to paint every wall to transform your studio apartment. Start with one accent wall in a color like Hale Navy or Rainwashed, paint your ceiling in pure white, and use sample sizes to paint furniture pieces or built-ins in coordinating colors. This gives you maximum visual impact for minimum cost. The timing strategy that professionals use is this. Paint your ceiling first, then your walls from darkest to lightest, and finish with trim and details. This prevents drips and ensures clean lines. In a studio apartment, you can usually complete the entire painting project in one weekend if you plan properly. Here's the final secret that ties everything together. The best paint colors for studio apartments aren't just about making the space look bigger, they're about making you feel better in your space. Choose colors that reflect your personality and lifestyle while following the technical guidelines I've shared. A studio apartment painted in colors you love will always feel more spacious and welcoming than one painted in colors you think you should use. Your studio apartment transformation starts with these 10 paint colors, but it succeeds with strategic placement, proper lighting consideration, and colors that make you happy to come home every day. The space you create with these colors will feel twice as large, infinitely more sophisticated, and completely personalized to your style.